Now, if you're the other partner, how do you know if the other partner is cheating? Well, there are some clear signs that you can just tell. Quite frankly, I believe you just know. For example, if he's in the shower and his cell phone rings and he bolts through the shower, breaking through glass just to grab that phone, you know something's up. If he guards that cell phone really close and tight to him, you know something's up. If he shows less intimacy in the relationship, you know something's up. If in the bedroom he seems like a completely different person, you know something is up. So what can you do? And why do men cheat? Well, Steve Harvey, who wrote the book Act Like a Woman, Think Like a Woman, had some great thoughts on this. And I recently watched a video of him on YouTube to help get some perspective on this subject. And he said the best thing that men can do to avoid cheating is to laugh it away. And what he meant was, if a girl is flirting with you, you don't need to entertain that. If you entertain that, you're giving in to that power. And if you give in to that power, you're going down a road that makes it very difficult to come back out of. It's better and easier if you can stop it right from the start and say, you know what, I'm very happy. I'm in a happy relationship right now. I'm happily married. I don't need this. So I'm just going to laugh any flirting away. You need to make it very clear to yourself, if you're the man, that you are a shield and that nothing is going to stop you from being a faithful husband. Why do women cheat? Well, I heard once that the reason women cheat is because they're not getting enough attention. Men cheat because they don't get enough sex. Women cheat because they don't get enough attention. But I believe that neither one of those are really true. Ultimately, I believe it's about satisfying the need or the urge for pain, to cover up pain. Each of us has pain inside of us, and we deal with it in several different ways. Often we deal with pain by smoking, by drinking, by overeating, sometimes even talking. These are all things to cover up pain that we feel deep down inside. You ever noticed people who cannot stay away from their cell phones because they can't stand to be bored? Well, boredom is a form of pain. So maybe you have sexual addiction, not just you're having an affair, but you have an actual addiction. How do you know if you have sexual addiction? And what is sex addiction? Well, sex addiction can be defined as a compulsive psychological or physiological need for a sexual experience that has become habit-forming. It is the condition of being habitually or compulsively preoccupied with the pathological need for a sexual event or experience. Sex becomes central to the addict's life in spite of the consequences that may result from it. It becomes more important than family, friends, and work. Sex addicts frequently deny that they have a problem, even to themselves, and frequently use compulsive sexual behavior as a means of dealing with pain. Here are some questions that you can ask yourself to know if you're a sex addict. Do you feel bad or uncomfortable about your sexual behavior? Do you feel guilt, remorse, depression about your sexual behavior? Have you experienced suicidal thoughts? Has your need for sex made you abandon your value system or go against your better judgment? Do you resort to sex to escape from problems, relieve anxiety, or to cope? Has your compulsive sexual behavior interrupted your ability to concentrate or be effective at work or school? Have you been fired or even demoted from a job for your sexual behavior? Has your sexual activity had an impact on your finances? Have you spent a substantial amount of money on things like prostitution, pornography, strip clubs, things of that nature? Has your sexual behavior resulted in venereal diseases, AIDS, infections, Even in spite of knowing the consequences you might incur, do you persist in illegal activities that could lead to arrest? Have you ever been arrested or served time for any of your activities? Now, some of these may not speak to you. Some of them may.